Hey guys, before we jump into the video real quick, I'm actually halfway through the video, but I meant to say this in the beginning of the video. Here's the deal, right? We have these two champions that we can unlock right now from secret rooms. I'm gonna throw up a community tab poll for you guys. Next month, I have the choice. Do I do hard difficulty Doom Tower and get Thea the Tomb Angel, or do I go normal first and get Archmage Helmet or whatever? It's not the end of the world, but who do you want to see a champion guide on first, okay? The normal difficulty or the hard difficulty, because it's going to be about a 2-week, 3-week difference, depending on which one I focus on first. So let me know. My inkling says that most YouTubers are going to go hard difficulty first and do the Thea the Tomb Angel. So I thought about kind of zigging while everybody else is zagging and going with normal difficulty first, so I can do the guide on the epic. I think his name is Archmage Helmet. Let me know on the community tab poll that I'll be posting after this video goes live, probably tomorrow at the time of this recording. Today we're going to take a look at I got her. If you checked out yesterday's video, Armina, man, she seems like an absolute beast mode of a champion on paper. Today I'm excited to share what I found with this champion with you guys. Congratulations if you pulled her in the 10 times event, or if you pulled her randomly, if you got her in any way, because I think she's an incredible champion. Man, I cannot remember a better class of epics ever added to the game. I think, can you guys? Really? I mean, even like when Madame Ceres and the Stag Knight were added to the game, they didn't come with a group of a bunch of, actually, Madame Ceres and Miscreated Monster came in the same kind of update, Halloween 2019, I believe. So maybe this would be, right along that side. Anyway, I'll start trying to compare them, and Armina and Ugo, and maybe a step down, you see like Vogoth. I'm gonna actually put all these champions together, guys. And what I'm gonna do today is our Armina, right? So you guys know I really wanted this champion. I think she's incredible aesthetically. I mean, she's got the Ursaga vibes going on, just body type here. We're very body positive here on the channel, of course. I like my girl. However, look, I mean, I love all the aesthetically. I love the look of all these new champions. Like, she is just cool. She's just a cool looking champion. She's got the, the mismatching breastplates going on over here, the mismatching shoulder plates going on, the mismatching gauntlets as well. Anyway, guys, either way you look at it, and what does she have, like a torch or something as a weapon? She's a beast. So what I want to do is, I want to actually show you 2 builds for her today. One, all-out damage with still enough accuracy to land her debuffs and her turn meter depletion. And then I want to put her in more speedy gear. Try something a little bit different, because her damage is just borderline enough to justify going all-out damage, okay? So I'm going to show you both builds. I think, well, I'm going to let you guys decide for yourself before I give my opinion. I'll give it at the end. Let's talk about her amazing kit. Disciplined Staff attacks one enemy, has a 45% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. So the 45% chance stun on the A1. Note that all her damage is based on her attack. Her attack is pretty high at 1354 base. Very low on the defense is 683. HP around 19k is solid, right? Trampling Rampage. First of all, I'm just going to tell you about multipliers right now. I don't know the actual numbers, but Disciplined Staff hits hard for an A1. I'll show you guys really soon. On Trampling Revenge, decent multipliers. Decent. Good, but not insane, right? Attacks all enemies, has a 100% chance of landing a decreased defense, the big version, for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown, okay? So another, just like Ugo, another champion like Stag Knight, like Ugo, like War Maiden, a non-legendary consistent decrease down champion inside the game. Also steals 7.5% of the turn meter from targets under decreased defense debuffs. So you're going to see another kind of synergy between decreased defense, them already having the debuff on the A3, and that's why I advise you guys, if you have the champion, certainly it's not mandatory, put her with another decreased defense champion. She actually proves more valuable to your team. Decrease, this is Ear Splitter Bellow, her A3, again on a 3-turn cooldown, important to note. Decrease the turn meter of all enemies by 20%. No damage here, unfortunately. Has 100% chance when booked of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn on enemies who have their turn meters depleted. Decrease the turn meter of all enemies by 20%. Has a 100% chance of landing a stun debuff for 1 turn on enemies who have their turn meters fully depleted, excuse me. So solid to land that stun plus the turn meter. it's not bad, right? 100% for a 20% if they're already close to going. So it's kind of CC with some extra CC built in. I felt like I was just stammering all over the place on that ability. Apologies. I'm like, it's a CC on top of a CC on top of a built-in CC. Okay, we get it, Ash. Bro. Fills the champion's turn meter by 10% each time an enemy receives a stun debuff. Fills his champion's turn meter by 10% each time an enemy receives a stun debuff. So you put her with a stunner on the same team as well, and now you're really talking. So she has the decreased defense, the turn meter depletion, the stun, and the cool passive, and a decent stun chance on her A1 as well. Masteries first, we're going to start her out in a damage dealing build here, guys. You can definitely go War Master. I put her in Savage plus Helm Smasher to get a shot at ignoring 50% of enemy defense. I also grabbed some extra accuracy down the support tree. We're going to talk, as I mentioned earlier, about a couple different ways to build this champion. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a break midway through this video, and I'm going to swap her build so you guys can see. I should note, guys, don't be afraid to go with Eagle Eye as well if you need the extra accuracy as your tier 6 mastery. So really, Eagle Eye, I mean, you can make the case for even experimenting with either Oppressor, because she's landing I can cast by this champion. She's landing the stun, and she's landing the decreased defense. Probably not the best, though. I like to use champions that have even maybe 1 or 2 more debuffs that they add to the equation, like Contra the Cyclone, for example. Timely Intervention, though, you know, extra turn meter increase on a champion like this is always a good thing, although she's not healing. So personally, I would advise sticking with Eagle Eye, Helm Smasher, as we see here, which does pair well with Savage gear sets, or War Master, right? So I think the majority of you is going to be between the accuracy and the War Master. In terms of artifacts, I should mention one more thing in terms of good masteries for this champion. Because you're going to put her on kind of a stun team, Opportunist makes a lot of sense. Increases damage inflicted to targets with stun, sleep, fear, true fear, and freeze by 12%. Might as well snag Opportunist on this champion because she works really well as part of a stun team, and she has the stun in her kit anyway. So what we have here is Savage and crit rate. Really solid, stats here, guys. We have a 91%, could I use an extra 9% there, 241 on the crit damage, 216 on the accuracy, 4,400 on the attack. So we're really pushing her damage to the limit here, especially in Savage gear, just to show you guys what you can expect if you go all out in the damage category with Helm Smasher plus Savage. So let's go ahead and start with that. Otherwise, when you're building this champion, and you're gonna find here that even with all this gear on her, I have the crit rate to just get that crit rate as high as possible too with the Savage. Even with all this attack-based gear, the attack stat on this champion as well, it's noteworthy here, guys, that she's putting out a ton of damage, but not as much as, you know, an all-out nuker. So I'll let you guys be the judge. We're going to compare with all the other new epic champions as well. I have crit damage on the gauntlets. I have attack percentage on the chest, and I have speed on the boots here. I have crit damage on the amulet. I have HP with a triple roll of attack on the ring, and we have attack on the banner. So we're probably going to swap this out for Doom Tower later in the video, go accuracy on the banner, and build a less offensive build as well. So what I want to do here, guys, just start out just so you can see what her animations look like. By the way, thank you for voting on the community tab poll. I plan on hosting polls here on my community tab on YouTube, I don't know, at least a few times a week, asking for feedback. The majority of you guys prefer longer champion guides, so that's what you're going to get today. If you don't like it, if you just want to find, take a look at their kit, see how much damage they put out, and then call it a day, I don't take offense to you tuning out early. At the end of the day, it's free content, so who cares, right? You can fast forward or you can do whatever. So that seems to be the mentality that a lot of you guys had as well. So we're just going to go ahead and run her here solo, or with Reliquary to heal her, to keep her alive. Just to see in single time, just take a look at her animations and to see how much damage she's putting out here. So Trampling Rampage, that's her A2 there. You can see it's a pretty cool animation. What, 35 to 45k damage? Not too bad, right? I mean, it's a hard-hitting nuke for a debuffer, but and that's her A1. Consistently 40 to 50k on her A1. There's the A1 again, 58k there on that A1, really solid. And there's her, what is this, the A3? No, it had to be the A2 again. So she went, so you can see that's her decreased defense. Obviously, she's not fully depleting turn meter there, so it's just, not decreased defense, rather, decreased turn meter. So you guys can see that animation. It's kind of cool. I'm going to go in double time speed again. You guys get the point. We're going to revive her and go right back into the A2. Again, 35 to 50k damage. It's decent. I mean, she can put out more damage than any other of the epics that I've reviewed here on the channel so far. So more damage than Yasmin, although Yasmin puts out some sneaky damage you guys will see in this video. She hits pretty hard in her A1. But more damage than Vogoth, more damage than Uga, and more damage than, or Ugo, excuse me, and more damage than Chancellor Yasmin. Not saying much, because none of them are traditional nukers, they're debuffers or whatever, but just kind of for your reference. Anyway, let's see if we can go ahead and heal her up and finish off this dungeon. Actually, I think we'll win, but I think you guys get the point, right? So let's go ahead and see her. Again, 55k though. It's a hard-hitting A1, right? And that's the decreased turn meter. You can see we landed the stun there, fully depletes turn meter, so nice to have. I'm gonna put her in a stun alongside Scylla the Drakes. I think there's a nice kind of combo. So we're landing the stun, and then you know, she gets that turn meter off of her passive increase. So let's go ahead and exit out of here and take you into a oh, she's not even fully artifact. Oops, I hate when that happens, right? I hate when that happens. You're like, oh crap, I've been using a champion forever and they don't even have full artifacts. Okay, so this is gonna be a fun team, guys. It's all the new champions that I've done guides on, right? So we have Rector Drath, we have Chancellor Yasmin, we have Armina, we have Ugo, and we have Vorgoth, or Vogoth, excuse me. So we're going to use all these champions together. What I want to do is compare their heals, compare their damage, compare their whatever. And I don't think it's that important to actually watch this entire fight because I have guides on all these champions. I'll include links to all these guides of these champions as well. But you can see the block buffs dropped by Ugo there. Ugo and Vogoth, jeez, these names are killing me, guys. And Vogoth are both incredible champions. Vogoth has the provoke there that you guys are seeing as well. So we have like double CC here kind of on the team in the stuns and also and there's the decreased defense land. However, we do have a decreased defenser already, but it's pretty cool, right? So we get the turn meter fill, is it, right? Because we already had decreased defense landed. So you guys can see that maybe coming up on the next one. Let's see. So when she goes A2, we should see that turn meter fill, and I think it might be up right now. Let's see. It feels like this team is moving pretty slow. Okay, that's the A3 again. But we land a stun. Again, this stun's not consistent to be, you know, the only stun champion on the team, the only CC champion on I guess it is if you have a good team around here. There's the A2, and you can see boost turn meter, boost turn meter, boost turn meter. Okay, so you've pretty much seen it all here on this first wave. You can see this is not the heaviest nukage team in the world, but I still want to just compare numbers for the hell of it. I'll come back at you at the end of this battle, and then we'll try a we'll try a battle with her with a team more catered around her synergy, right? A Scylla the Drakes on the same team, and then I'll come back at you guys again and we'll switch her build. Be right back. All right, guys, so I actually picked up some decent boots here. Check it out. A speed accuracy boot, granted not a 6-star but a 5 with crit rate on them as well. I think I'll keep them. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and compare the numbers here. So here's Vogoth. You guys can see. So Vogoth put out 563 heal. You know, we're just going to kind of go over all these numbers real quick. Feel free to fast forward 30 seconds if you don't care. But Vogoth also has the leech, and so does Ugo. So you're going to see heals kind of all over the place, right? Ugo put out a 1.1 million in total healing. Rector Drath put out 883 in healing, dude. A lot of healing prowess on this team. Chancellor Yasmin, 417. Armina, 233, the leech, obviously. But look at the damage here. You can see kind of comparing. Vogoth was number 2 at almost 1 million overall damage. Armina, 1.6 million damage. Ugo, I want to say right off the bat, does not have 100% crit rate, has about 40% crit rate, so don't read too much into that. I'm going to say Ugo is going to be around 1 million damage if you build her out to be a nuker as well. So you're getting more damage from Armina than any other of the new champions that I'm spotlighting here in this video. Granted, again, all of them are either debuffers or support, so I wouldn't consider them your go-to nuker, but you can see that Armina is bringing more to the table than just turn meter, than just stun, and than just decreased defense. What I want to do is hop over to the arena before we change over the build, guys. Actually, I want to show you a couple things. So let's go ahead and show you dungeon first. Actually, my bad. Let's show you arena, and let's go classic. And let's go, this team seems okay. Just want to kind of see what she can do for nukage in the arena. So let's go ahead and put her in with Ugo. Why not, right? So we have the decreased defense. Let's just kind of make kind of a weird team. Oh, a weird team around her. So let's put still the Drakes in there as well. And then let's just put, I don't know, Arbiter or something so we can actually ensure that we go first here. So let's see what we can do here. We have a Stunner and another decreased defense champion on the team to trigger that passive and to refill our own turn meter. So here we go. We go first. We're going to go with Ugo second. So boom. We already land the decreased defense. And then, wow, she's already up. Oh, I was like, what's going on here? All right, she has Relentless Gear on. I forgot. So we'll just go into Whirlim for the heck of it. All right, we'll try to land the stuns now. And you can see the turn meter absolutely goes up there. And then we can do the, okay, fills. So steals turn meter, not fills. So boom, we go, oh! So boom, we go, oh! Okay. Forget about stealing turn meter when you kill everybody, right? You guys can rewind. I can't to see how hard she was hitting there. But again, I want to try to find some, you know, tougher opponents here so you can see against, like, okay, again, not the best team ever, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it on auto and see what happens, right? We might get a little show. So here we go. Boom. Boom. And let's see how much she can do here. Okay. So magic versus force affinity there, but definitely putting out some damage. And I don't know, like this team is just kind of fun. You know what I'm saying? This is a dumb team. No offense. No offense. All right. Let's try one more, guys. I'm just going to refresh one more time. I just want to find like a really, really tough team, and I'm not really running into many right now. No, too low on the power, because why waste your time showing you against like absolute nothing, right? This team, I guess. They're too low, man. One more refresh. One more refresh will go against the toughest team I can find here. And I think it's going to be this one. Here we go. Finally, a tough team. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we can do. Again, I can just auto this because there's nothing that it doesn't matter, right? And it's really nice to have the block buffs up right now, right? And like a ton of damage, man. I gotta say, Ugo paired with Armina is actually solid, man. 76k on the A1 too. I mean, we're in gold 3, but I'm specifically trying to pick, you know, teams that are really tough. What the heck? I'll do one more. If you guys don't like it, feel free to fast forward. All right. I just want to find one more really, really tough team here, and I got to push up. I haven't been playing too much Arena this weekend, just kind of doing my daily whatevers, you know? Oh my God, I'm spending so much gems trying to find a match for you guys. Ah! At least you can't say that you're just only showing us easy opponents, Ash. Oh, speaking of easy, we might go through all our gems. Ah! I can't believe this. This is ridiculous. Is it this easy in gold 3? All right. All right, here we go. Boom, 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 and bang. 100k on Sir Nick there, but granted, we're going against 2 force affinities, so, you know, it doesn't matter. We're still going to win. We have 3 magics, 2 force affinities. I like this champion a lot, man. I mean, I know it's easy for me to say, ooh, just pair Ugo with this new champion like you guys are all have all the new epics. But if you ever do pick up both these champions together, think about it, right? You're consistently landing decreased defense. You have block buffs up from Ugo. You have the OP healage that we saw on the Leech and the heal on the A3 from Ugo. You get turn meter depletion. You get stuns from Armina. You get tons of damage from Armina as well. Ooh, this team is just nasty. This team that I'm using right now is actually fun and nasty in the arena. Let's go ahead and show you before we switch builds. I saw that, oh, I have a huge question for you guys. Time out! Editor, can you put this at the beginning of the video? All right, going back into Secret Room 5, guys. So this is, again, all the new champions together here. But you know what? I don't think it's Epic Champions only. I don't think I need to show you all these champions together again. We will keep my 3 favorite in here, and instead let's put some of those like more synergistic champions on the team. Like, do we have a stun champ? Sure. Why not put Miscreated Monster on this squad, right? So we have a stunner on the team, and then we can put like a champion with a decent aura, like a wait, is that my good one? I think it is. All right, so like a Royal Guard in the lead, that way we're dealing some damage. And I'm interested to compare a Royal Guard damage versus an Armina damage as well, right? So, wow, Royal Guard's like, oh yeah, you interested in that, bro? How about that? How about everybody's dead? Armina's not gonna get a chance to do any damage. All right, Armina hasn't even gone yet because Royal Guard's like, this is my show. All right, Armina's like, okay, I got something in the tank. All right, gonna be hard to actually read too much into this when the champion can't even get a chance to go because they're much slower than the other champion with 2 takedowns. But either way, you know, this is your last chance at seeing her in a nuke build. I'm gonna go ahead and switch things over to a faster build, maybe putting her in, I don't think Reflex makes a lot of sense for this champion. Both abilities are on 3-turn cooldown anyway. Maybe put her in, dude, that was insane, man. Royal Guard walks away with 326,000 damage there. No one else really getting a chance to go. You know what I'm saying? So what I'll do is I'll switch builds, guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so rebuild here. We built her with much more speed here. We have total stats at 202, 100 on the crit rate, much more realistic on the crit damage, and we made a big trade-off here for the attack with the crit damage, and we got her a lot more accuracy in as a result and some speed as well. So I think this is, you know, a total solid build for you guys. Also, we took away the Helm Smasher. We redid her Masteries, put in War Master there as a tier 6, and we kind of went down the right hand side. We also picked up Lore of Steel because we do have 3 sets on her, 3 basic speed sets on her, and then Arcane Celerity, 30% chance of increasing the turn meter by 10% when a debuff cast by this champion removes or is expired. So let's go ahead and build a team and try her out on Doom Tower Hard with, actually, you know what? We don't even need to go Doom Tower Hard right now. I think we can actually put her in, I don't know, like Ice Golem with a more synergistic team around her. So let's go ahead and do exactly what we just did before. This is still kind of the Umbral video team. Let's do that 3, like I think I want to do a video just on these 3 champions together because it doesn't seem like just unbelievable synergy, these 3 champs together. I'm even going to put Vogoth in the mix here because why not? So a bunch of new champions with Scylla Drakes, and let's just go ahead and throw in like a Reliquary Tender who is half naked, I guess, right now. Accuracy in all battles, I guess we'll take it. That's the best aura I kind of, actually, yeah, that's the best aura I have right now, right? And then, yeah. All right, so let's go accuracy in all battles with Vogoth. Do I have enough nukage here? I think I probably do. I don't know. Maybe I could put a miscreated monster on the team too and just make it like so much stun, like triple stun threat, right? And then the decreased defense and then the healage on from Vogoth. Let's just see how it does. Just an interesting team to kind of play around with. And again here, I think that just great synergy between these champions, right? And again, Vogoth, his only job there really on this team is just his heals. He also does have the provoke, so we have provoke on Vogoth. We have stun on Ugo. We have stun on Scylla Drakes, stun on Miscreated Monster, and stun. This is like the all stun team, right? And we have stun obviously on Armina as well. So let's see what kind of damage we can do here. One thing I'm not worried about here is dying. And I gotta say, just having endless stuns is like, okay, dude, like, we can basically handle any wave. I'm really curious. What I'm gonna do is make this a super long guide. And again, I'm taking your feedback, guys. About two-thirds of you wanted long guides. I'm gonna make this really long, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use this kind of same exact team and see how we can do in Doom Tower Hard. It's not free to play friendly. I'm not sitting here trying to tell you that, but I think that it's, you know, because we don't have any legendaries other than a daily login reward champion, it's something that even if you're missing 1 champion on this team, 2 champions on this team, heck, even 3 champions on this team, they all have kind of abilities that other champions sort of have. They just all add like an extra thing to the equation, right? So instead of just provokes on Vogoth's kit, he has a really sick passive that does great, it has great heals that he adds to the equation on top of the provoke. And he has that really dependable leech as well. Instead of just having decreased defense on Ugo, we have the block buffs as well for 2 turns. Instead of just having decreased defense on what's her face on Armina, the champion that we're doing a guide on here, we also have the stun, right? So we're in the turn meter fill, of the passive. So we're bringing every one of these champions brings a little bit something extra to the table, which is why I really love this team. So let's go ahead and show you here. I'm gonna fast, because this guide's gonna be long anyway, I'm gonna fast forward to the end of the actual Ice Golem. After I see the A1 hit, I want to see, especially with War Master, how much damage we can expect on the A1. Here it is. Okay, so 20k, not much there. Was that an aberration or was that the norm? Let's see one more time. I'm going to cut till the end, aka I'm just going to make you keep watching over and over again. All right, so around 23k damage. Now, keep in mind, we took around 100k, or 100k, easy. 100% crit damage off of this champion, so keep that in mind in terms of the differential. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so again, here we have Vogoth at 1.4 million, 185 heal. We have Ugo, 476, Sildredrix, 870, 890, and 1.7 million from Armina, even without all that crit damage. So it did kind of narrow that gap between the overall damage on Vogoth and Armina, but Armina still comes away, even with 140 crit damage in the lead there. These boots can be sold, and yeah, pretty solid overall, guys. I think that, you know, a fun team. All right, guys, so here in Doom Tower Hard, I thought that we could actually do Secret Room 1 because it's epic champions only, so I thought maybe using Sky Touch with Miscreated Monster so we have another stunner on the team, with Ugo so we have another decreased defense champion on the team. Actually, we've used Ugo quite a bit in this video, so let's give Ugo a break and just switch out with a Stag Knight to be, you know, just to switch the champions up a little bit here. And, you know, we've also used Vogoth quite a bit here, so let's switch him up with another Chancellor Yasmin, another new champion, and then we'll have Armina as kind of our nuker and debuffer, you know, with this squad. See what she can do. Again, this is with the more speedy build with a higher accuracy, which generally speaking is going to be better for Doom Tower, especially when the resist of the champions that you're going against does scale. So early on here, we're consistently landing a lot of stuns, which is good to see. That's going to make her go even more often. It's tough to kind of keep an eye on her turn meter at all times when she's going in double time, but you guys can kind of see the point here. We're blowing through this right now. So far, so good. And that was the turn meter. You can see we landed a stun there on one of those Jotuns. Yeah, man, I mean, it's solid. I guess I'm going to go ahead and end out this run by just kind of giving my overall thoughts on this champion. I don't like her quite as much as Ugo. I think that Ugo's I can make a case. I don't know if you guys will agree with me or not, but I can make a case that Ugo's the best epic champion in the game. I think she's that good. You know, as always, depends on what you need, all this other stuff. Look at that, we landed 2 stuns. But I'm going to say that, you know, honestly, and again, this is not trying to be hyperbolic of the new shiny toy that's in the game, but they're just making these champions better, right? It's very clear now that power creep is a thing inside this game. So you could probably say that Vogoth is a top 10 epic as well, even though I think I would kind of rank him 3rd. Here in Inquisitor Shamil is also really good. He was, you know, the Rector Draft update, not the most recent one of new champions. But at the end of the day, I really do think that Armina is also, you know, you could argue she's a top 5 epic. I really do think that. Depends on what you need, but she has a decreased defense on the 3-turn cooldown. She has all sorts of turn meter fill with the stun and turn meter depletion in her kit. That's a lot that she brings to the table, guys. It really is. Let me know if you disagree with me or if you agree with me on that, and be sure to vote on my community tab poll as well on which champion you guys want me to invest in on Doom Tower. I'm really torn on this one. Of course, I want Thea the Tomb Angel because I can unlock her. I can be one, you know, I can tie the rest of the first people in the world to unlock that really OP Hex champion. Our first Hex champion that we have access to in the game will be really cool. But I think that for 95% of you guys, the Archmage helmet is going to be the better choice because you'll actually be getting him at the same time. So I'm really torn though, you know, because the Tomb Lord Thea, or whatever her name is, she's really, really cool. So anyway, guys, this is going to wrap it up for the video. I will kind of end this out and see what happens. But, you know, so what's her face here? Chancellor Yasmin. She's great because she can remove the Man-Eater's debuffs there, which is really, really solid. So you saw like her at her best right there in Chancellor Yasmin. But Sky Touch puts out 1.1 million damage. She's still in the what is she in? I'm an idiot. Miscreated Monster, Stag Knight, Armina put out the same amount of damage basically. Again, this is not the damage build. I probably should have ran her in the damage build, but think of all the extras that she's adding here. She's adding, you know, the Stag Knight's adding the decreased attack, which is great. I'm not trying to compare her, but she's adding her own stuff as well. All those stuns that she's bringing to the table, all those turn meter depletions that she's bringing to the table. And if we say that Stag Knight is a top 5 champion in the game, I don't know how you can't put her in that same category. She's bringing different things, but Ugo, Stag Knight, Armina, all incredible champions. All these champions, really. Miscreated Monster, Sky Touch Shaman, Madame Ceres, like I think all those champions fall somewhere in like the higher S tier echelon of epic champions inside of the game. So what was I saying? Oh, Frenzy, right? What the heck is... I just did a whole guide on this, and I'm just like absolutely drawing a blank. It's Sky Touch and Frenzy, I'm like 99% sure. In case you missed that video, holy moly. Oh, she's in immunity right now. So I guess that works as well, but her in Frenzy with the self-damage is absolutely insane as well. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up there. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. I appreciate you guys, and as always, take care, guys.
Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds